Oh shit. Here we go again.
Here we go again. Welcome back to the Wayback, Throwback, Kickback. A new year,
Happy
2025.
Happy New Year, everyone.
The first recording into the new year, man. It feels great.
Yeah.
Does it feel better?
My resolution was not to do stupid shit, and I already broke it.
Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah.
I've already broken a few resolutions. I was going to talk about earlier.
You didn't go. You haven't been to the gym all 5 days in January, dude.
I haven't been to the gym in at least a year.
Oh, okay.
You're proud of me.
And I was still paying for a membership for like 3 years and not using it.
That's how they get you.
It was so hard to cancel the gym membership because they want you to. You can't just cancel it. You have to go into the gym,
store, yeah.
And that's when
and
they
you
talk
have to face them, and then they look at you up and down.
They're like, "Oh, you haven't been coming? No shit."
So I just put what I did when I went in to cancel it. They were like, "Oh," they'd start talking shit. And so I just changed it to another. I was like, put this card on there, and I went and canceled the bank account.
There you go. That's how you get them, dude.
how you do it, yeah.
I thought maybe the end of that story
genius.
was so hard to cancel it. You started working out, but no.
No, dude. I would work really hard to not work out.
He went to a different gym just to spite the
Couldn't
other
cancel it, so I burned the gym down.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh man, but yeah, 2025, we're here.
We're back, stronger than ever.
Oh yeah, dude.
You guys
Oh, yeah.
enjoyed the Kickback Awards. and-
Tony, you got that colonoscopy done?
Yeah, man.
I know you couldn't be
I'm
here
pooping
last
I'm pooping way cleaner now.
Oh,
Nice,
good.
nice.
That's nice.
They didn't find any weird growths.
No. They just said, look at these cheeks. Look at this guy has a pooper. That's what they told me. Yeah, that's
wow.
medical term too. It's like this guy's got a pooper.
Wow,
Nice,
That's
nice.
You should get a new doctor.
He's so nice though. We went to dinner afterward.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Went to dinner afterward. I don't remember the
I don't
rest
think
of
that's
the night.
normal.
Was the scope like 4.5 inches long?
It's amazing
or so?
how small cameras are nowadays.
You just couldn't get it in
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
and
right.
you just had to keep trying.
I don't think he had as much trouble as he said he did.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Why does
of
the
lube.
camera have a head on it? That was what was weird about it. Yeah.
fuck yeah. When it starts to feel warm, that means it's over. Yeah.
Oh man, that's disgusting. Well, good for you, Tony.
What
You
a
getting
hot
some
start.
action.
What a hot start to the new year. Awesome.
How was that heart appointment of yours, Vizzy?
He got raped also.
Pending. It's pending.
Your heart or the doctor?
The transplant. Yeah, I'm on like my third heart now.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
They need to make better ones.
Yeah.
They need to. Yeah, speaking of failing body parts, we have Brady on the show. We're going to have Brady on this one.
Yeah. Speaking of guys that should go to the doctor.
Brady
Failed
Evans.
New Year's resolutions. Oh, but
Fits
it's
right
Oh,
in.
that's gonna be my
pleasure.
first question to him. What's your resolution in 2025?
Our musical guest is Cruz Ocho.
Cruz Ocho.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. He's got some flow and he's got some motion. And
I'm going to say what I always say at the musical guest. He was fire.
yeah. And we're looking at the Mint.
That's our
This
mic
week,
this week. Yeah, back at the Mint. You guys did
Back
not go to
at
the
the
New Year. You guys
Mint.
didn't go to the New Year's Eve show with
I did
Aaron?
not.
Neither
No.
did I. Neither did
No.
I was
None
with
of us
you. What the
did.
fuck am I saying?
Yeah, right. Good times. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, yeah,
Happy
we're going
New
to get
Year.
right into the sets of the Mint.
Yeah.
They did great. You know, I feel like everyone's autistic now. Do you guys feel like everyone claims to be autistic? Like they make it their whole fucking thing? Yeah. Because when I was growing up, autistic people were scary as fuck. Like these were motherfuckers you didn't mess with. I'll tell you, because I had some autistic cousins that, you know, they were born in the 90s and shit. And one of these motherfuckers, when he was... He had something special in his closet for when he would get angry, alright? And it would scare the shit out of me because, alright, let me tell you what it was. It was like a 3-foot stuffed dinosaur, right? And he had it in his closet at all times, and the dinosaur had a steak knife in him at all times. And when my cousin would get really angry, he'd lock himself in the closet and stab the dinosaur several times and then leave the knife in the dinosaur for whenever he got angry again. And I've never seen Aaron Peterson do that on stage. So I'm claiming he's a fucking fake, dude. Like, he hasn't scared me once. Not once has he tapped his chest and yelled at me and pretended to choke something. I don't know, dude. You guys need to step it up is all I'm saying. Alright, I think I'm done. I'm busy, everybody. I love y'all.
Keep it going for Miss Ethan. Hey, keep it going for the autism. Hell yeah.
Okay, before I get off, I'm gonna make this point real quick. Deaf people are racist, alright? The old sign for Jewish person used to be this. 100%. Look that up. That's a fact. Those racist fucks. That's what it is. Just this. Oh yeah, it's the Juden. That's what it was, you know? You know what Korean was? 100%. Look it up. They're fucked up people, alright? You know what Japanese was? Whatever you're thinking, you're right. Alright? Fuck deaf people. That's why I chose stand-up. They'll never hear it. I don't want to hear them talk about it, you know what I mean? Taking your deaf friend to a comedy show is like taking me to a magic show. Why the fuck am I there? You want to hear me just say like, oh wow, it disappeared, how? That's cool. Had to ask my friend, I don't know, was that my card? Tell me, hurry up, he's getting mad. Oh wow, did that rabbit come out of the hat? I didn't know, dude, why am I here? Like, I'm just saying, dude. It's like taking your friend with cerebral palsy to watch a jump rope contest. Why would you do that, you know? You guys get all offended now? Fuck all you waits. I'm just New race sport. I'm just playing. I'm not here.
I was thinking about this the other day. How awkward must it have been for Nazis applying for work after the war? You know? Like, not the bad guys, just the regular rank and file. Like, hey, come on. It would have been like, you know, Herman, buddy, let's look at this resume. Herman. Yeah, that's a German name, right? Yeah, all right. It says here you worked in public transportation. Okay. This guy loves his Nazi humor, what can I say? This joke is for you, Joey, this joke is for you. All right, yeah, all right, it says you're a train conductor. All right, train conductor. Let's contain yourselves. You guys are all invited to the Brotherhood, by the way. All right, Herman, it says your skills are following orders. It says you're solutions-oriented. Numbers guy. Yeah, big numbers guy. And what's this last one? Not Jewish. All right, that's a plus. And all these references, they're all in Argentina? Okay. All right, well, Herman, you don't let me finish the joke, or you just retrospective. Yeah, all right, yeah, retrospective. Well, Herman, I've seen enough, buddy. Welcome to the Walt Disney family. You guys make me scared at what you laugh at. No, I'm kidding. Give it up for Jordan. And the mint would not be complete without Greg. We love our fucking locals. All right.
Where are you? I'm so sorry.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Here we go again. Welcome back to the Wayback, Throwback, Kickback. You just seen our clips. We're here with our guest, Brady Evans.
The one. The only.
Everybody?
Every guest gets the same reception.
Everybody
Not
gets
one
the ball at the
person's
kickback.
like,
Yeah.
And maybe Tony. I don't know. Nope. Look at him
Nope,
over there. No,
nope.
he's not having it.
No. He doesn't look happy about it, though.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So.
Brady, you're a local Tucson comic, correct?
that's, yeah.
Safe to assume that.
Yeah. Safe to assume.
You're not an international superstar.
No, not even close. Nope.
Oh. Okay.
All right. Well, we like you as a comic. So if you were an international superstar, that'd be a lot cooler.
We're really pumping his tires to start the interview, dude. Yeah. So booing. So you're not famous? Okay.
Oh man.
Okay. Well.
So what was your New Year's resolution?
Oh, I didn't have one because I always just break them.
Oh.
I don't ever get even close to meeting them or.
What was your last one that you failed at?
I think the last one was that I was gonna run like a certain amount of fucking miles. I don't know. I don't care.
That's mine this year.
Yeah. Couple botched strawberries and you'll be running, you know.
I always set these like really just chill goals and I meet them right away. So it's almost like I don't even have goals. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Wake up in the morning
Yeah.
Just get out of
or
bed.
afternoon. Yeah. Get out of bed in general.
Yeah.
Just
There are easy ones,
Don't
you know.
kill yourself.
My resolution last year was to masturbate 1,800 times in the year, and that was easy. I was done by June.
Crazy.
So, you know, this year
Yeah.
we're...
You can rip that thing off, man.
Yeah, I get my frequent flyer miles, dude. Yeah. So, no, I get it, dude. Easy, too easy.
How many times do you think you masturbate a year, Brady?
It used to be once a day, maybe twice a day. Now that I'm getting older, man, it's got to be like maybe 4 times a week. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
getting
about-
down there.
200 in a year tops.
I'm about there,
getting
like 2 to 3
down
times
there.
a week.
Yeah, to be honest, fellas. that
I would
is, yeah.
I would love to raise that, to pump those numbers up, but
It's not too late to.
Yeah,
make
it's
that
not too late to make that resolution. Here
I
at
don't
the
know how
Kickback,
to raise it. What am I
We'll
supposed
keep
to
track
use?
of it at the Kickback.
Do like what everybody else does. You should
Just,
join a gym, start eating healthy, and start masturbating at the gym.
Yeah, and message me every time you've rubbed one off.
Yeah.
Part of that is like when you get a girlfriend, I think like it definitely obviously goes down, but I feel like even when you don't have a girlfriend, it still stays down.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
Well, man,
I don't know what the deal
Sex is great, but it's not the real thing.
Yeah.
It's not the real thing. How long you been doing comedy? How long you been in this journey?
I've been doing comedy over 3 years, and the way I started was I just loved stand-up comedy, and I was broke, so I couldn't like afford to buy tickets for stand-up shows, so I just had to start doing stand-up.
Wow.
In order to get a free entrance.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. That's artistic.
Pretty noble.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah, for the love of the game.
Yeah. It's like,
Awesome.
yeah, you can't do that in other things, you know? It's like,
Is that why you decided to stop progressing? You got to the point where you want to be. You're in all the free shows, and you're just like, I'm stopping right there.
No, it was way before that. No, I stopped progressing when I was a little kid, I think, at everything.
Developing in general.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
inspiring.
I
though.
was 6 foot when I was like in 3rd grade, and then
Holy
everything else
shit.
just stopped along with that, I think.
Fuck, dude. You must have been terrifying.
Yeah.
I think I was 3 feet tall until the 6th grade.
Okay.
And then I was like this height after that.
Yeah.
Whatever this height is.
I always like to lie about like my height, like to people, so that they seem like they're lying, you know? Like,
Oh, you tell me you're like 5'5"?
I just get in a group and I'm like, yeah, I'm like 5'10", and then the actual 5'10" guy will be looking around like all
Like,
anxious
yeah.
at these girls. Like, what? Oh
Nice.
shit.
Nice.
Yo,
nice.
look, eh?
I just hang out with Danny and Tyler, so I don't need to,
you know, it's like I can't claim to be 5'4.5", dude. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, whatever I don't got on top, I got it on the side, so I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine with where I'm at.
Yeah. Great.
So I mean, I was gonna ask you how you got started, but you basically let us know.
Oh, well, I could tell you like the way that I got started. That's a cool story.
Right. And also, if you remember, do you remember your first joke? First joke you ever...
Yeah, I do. My first joke is the bit about how you got to do stand up in front of someone that hates you. So that's why I do stand up in front of a mirror.
Oh.
That was my.
I've never heard that bit.
Oh, you never heard that?
Huh.
Oh yeah.
So
I don't
that's
really
good.
do it like as much anymore because I don't.
Self-deprecating. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was my first bit. But the actual story of me starting was that I was dating this girl and I kept bringing her to open mics, the Laughs open mics, and then it was like a year, and I kept telling her like, oh, I was using every excuse in the book. I was like, oh, there's too many people this time. There's not enough people this time. And finally, she, on like 2 days before my birthday, she broke up with me. And I was having like the worst birthday ever. And I was like, it can't get worse than this. So I just went. It was on a Thursday.
Thursday birthday.
On my birthday. And I just decided to go by myself. Didn't have any friends there or anything. And I was like, it can't get worse than this. And it didn't. It didn't get worse than that.
Worse?
Yeah.
Wow.
Did it get slightly better
Did
at
you
least?
go on?
No. No. But it didn't get worse. And I was like so stoked that I tried it. And I really loved it. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Right away you liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get like any good for a really long time.
Did you go on like 60th? Like your first laughs that you do, you did generally go on.
I don't think so. I think I was up like kind of in the middle.
I remember.
Yeah, the first time you usually go right in the middle.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I was 38th the first time, and
Really?
there's
yeah.
like 3 racist old guys left in the crowd, and I couldn't make them laugh, dude. I could not make them laugh, so that was a rough time.
I was I think I was 12 the first time. And I've never been any higher than 19. That was the highest I've ever been.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Never been
That's
higher.
what happens
than
when you
19.
dress as the Pope when you're this fucking fat.
Yeah.
And he's a legend
Yeah.
of the game now. Yeah. Should have dressed like the Pope.
Yeah. Also, the first time I brought my entire family,
Right.
and they loved it, and then never came to any of my other shows ever again.
Nice.
So you believe them? That
Well,
they loved it?
they seemed like they were having a good time. They laughed. I recorded it, so I know they laughed. I don't know if it was fake or not.
It's
But
the opposite of Danny Lockhead because he said he does not invite his entire white family, but they just show up, which is crazy.
This is what actually happened, though. I invited them to that first open mic. They loved it. And then I was like, oh, you guys don't have to come to the open mics. Eventually, I got that show at the Deluxe. I know you've done that one, right? Or you went there a couple of times. Remember when I was running the show at the Deluxe?
Oh yeah. No, you booked me on that one.
Yeah. So I was running that show at the Deluxe, and I invited my family to come see me again because I was like, this is an actual show, even though I put it on myself. And obviously, like, I was only a month into comedy, so I did some of the same material that I did that open mic.
Oh.
And all my family was just disappointed and angry with me. They're like, after that show, I was like, do you guys want to come to the show? Their first answer was, are you going to do the same jokes again? Are you just always going to do the same jokes?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm not going to go watch you do the same shows, the same jokes.
No, it ruined. So what happened is that it ruined that like thing of where you think that every show is going to be different when you see a comic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you're a comic, you know that's your act.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is my act, Mom.
I was the same thing.
They don't
with-
understand that, though.
Same thing with my bike racing. My mom's like, "You gonna pedal the bike again?" Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, most likely.
You're just spinning your wheels, man.
Yeah. Same shit. Yeah. That's. Speaking of kickflips, we got a guy that does.
Oh,
them.
yeah, dude. You skated. You're skating. You skate.
What?
Brady, you also met the love of your life skateboarding, Jeff Stevens.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be on the show soon. Funniest comic in the universe.
I've known him for like 16 years now. Yeah, he was my hero. The story of me meeting him was he was my hero. He was in a bunch of like Phoenix videos when I was little. I was probably like, 15 years old. And he was in a bunch of Phoenix videos, like local videos, but they were like big, like, in the scene, they were big. And one day, one of my friends gave him my number. And so he hits me up. He's like, hey, this is Jeff Stevens. Wondering if you want to like skate and film today.
Wow.
And I was like, haha, who is this really? That's actually what happened.
That's what you messaged them back?
And yeah, and he was like, no, it's Jeff. Come meet me here. And I was like, what? I think I called him or something to make sure it wasn't. I genuinely thought it was a prank because he was just like such a hero of mine. And then it was so fun to introduce him to stand up because it's like, look at me, now I'm the captain, bitch.
Now I can
I'm
see
the
why you're in
captain
love
now.
with him.
Yeah. No, he was my hero for forever. Like, he still is. He still is my hero.
And then you're his hero in comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, I
don't know. He is now the funniest person in the universe.
Yeah,
fucking universe,
he's
dude.
like just like a hair below me now. I was having some fun.
Pubic hair? Okay.
I was having some serious fun being like showing him the ropes, and then all of a sudden he's like winning contests and doing all this and that, and he's hosting at Laughs, and now I'm like,
Yeah, he let go of the rope then. but
damn,
anyway.
yeah. I'm like,
Wow.
damn, like let me. Cause for a while, like I was like, when I was getting shows, I would be like, let me bring an opener, and I would bring him, and I can tell pretty soon I'm gonna be like, yo, can I open for you, please? Like,
Yeah, he's
I
just
can
good at
tell.
what he does. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of relationships in Tucson comedy, and I think you and Jeff are actually the most solid.
No way, dude.
There's
No
Chris
way.
and Jen. There's
They
Wills
have not
and Lisa.
been through what me and Tony have
Clinton
been through.
Connor.
Not even close.
Okay, don't fight about it. I'm just saying, if I had to bet, I think these two will be together in 10 years.
Where are your
Yeah.
matching tattoos? Let's see them.
Where are yours?
I will get territorial about this, Jordan. Don't
Okay.
even push it.
Yeah, no, I think we are gonna go the distance.
Yeah,
I really do think
okay.
so.
Yeah.
Nice.
I see myself putting Tony in a nursing home right now.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Next year, yeah, you're just about there.
Wow. You see yourself take him to the ER, you know?
It's just, yeah.
Can't put him in the chair, but I'll.
Yeah.
He's there for the moral support.
Yeah.
Nah, but it's a good. Hey, we have some good couples. That's something we have. We have Clinton Connor,
Yeah.
Brady, and Jeff. Who else?
I mean, there's Tony and John for a classic.
The classic
know.
disabled couple.
I really like Casey and Ash.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they're power couple.
Power couple.
Oh, yeah,
There's
me
also
and Chris,
there's also Chris and Drake. He goes both ways. So
Oh, Chris, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. Chris and
exactly.
Drake. I felt like Derek and Jovan were pretty close for a
Oh,
while.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a great one. Yeah,
there's,
Derek and Jovan.
oh, Danny and Tyler, dude. They're,
Oh, Danny and Tyler, they're the cutest ones, yeah.
And
don't know
and
about that one.
Elmer and Rogelio are great.
Sorry, Elmer.
Little rough trade.
Dude,
That's,
yes, they're
yeah.
in kind of a BDSM kind of thing.
Yeah.
but it's not necessarily consensual
Yeah.
either.
Who fell through? Tony and Luis?
You know, there's been nicer. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Elmer and I, we've gotten drunk, you know, pretty drunk one night, and all of a sudden he whispers in my ear, "Burn me."
Well, Elmer, ever since he saw you as a woman, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's never been the same. I'm a hot bitch, Brady. Hope you know that. I'm a hot bitch. And Elmer said with a straight face that he'd want to fuck me. So,
Well, I have two things that I did want to talk about.
Oh, awesome.
So one of them is this crazy story that I've always wanted to tell, like on something like this.
Oh, I'm ready.
So,
sorry, is it an embarrassing story? Is it? Because we should save it if it is.
no, it's not really
Okay.
embarrassing.
All right, you can-
Proceed.
So, I was over at this girl's house who I didn't really know, and these two girls who I knew really well invited me there. And so I go over to this girl's house, and I'm about to get a tattoo from one of the girls. And the girl that I didn't know very well, whose house it was, she goes into the other room to take a phone call. And the two girls that I know really well, they're like, come here. And they open this drawer, and it's got like a lock of hair and a gun and like blood, like just all this weird.
Like just blood splatter or like blood in a jar?
It was like a sample of blood, or just like, I didn't really get
like a vial of blood.
It was something. It was something fucked up.
Wow.
And I'm like, what is that? And they're like, we don't even know. I'm like, how long have you guys known this girl? They're like, not long. And they were like totally taking advantage of me because I didn't know her at all either. And so they're like, yeah, this girl's crazy, this and that.
I'd have been like, why the fuck did you bring me here? But anyways, I'm
Right.
sure
Well,
that's
he needed
weird.
to get a tattoo.
It reminds me of that old Mark Norman joke where it's like anyone else sees that, they're like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. But like if a guy sees that, they're like, I gotta fuck this girl and get out of here.
Right.
But so I'm like looking at this shit. It's like a lock of hair, all this weird, this gun, this weird shit. They're like showing me. There's like a note, this long ass note of like, I love you and I'm gonna fucking kill you, and like all this crazy shit. And yeah, shout out Layla and Paulina.
Shout out Layla and Paulina.
Yeah, so they like show me this shit, and then I'm like, what the fuck? What is this? And the girl, so they like push the drawer back in. The girl comes back and she's like, hey, sorry about that. I was on a phone call. Did someone open my drawer?
Oh.
Wow.
She looks at the drawer. It's like kind of open and shit.
No.
And like, I'm just sitting there like, and they're like, no, what's going on? And the end of the story is that they were just trying to get me. they just thought that they could like fucking
Like freak you out?
yeah. They
So
thought
the
they
girl
could
wasn't
freak me
crazy?
out. Yeah, no, she ended up being still crazy, but
Well, yeah, you got to be some level of crazy if you're
Yeah.
gonna set that up to begin with.
yeah.
I always like when somebody tells a crazy story to think of like when I check out of the story, like it would never happen to me. And it was when you said I went to this girl's house to get a tattoo. That's when I was out of the story.
No, it was actually
totally
a
with that.
chill tattoo. Check it out. There's the
Oh,
tattoo.
you still got the tattoo.
I still got it. Yeah, no, I didn't get it removed. Oh wait, what the fuck?
No,
It's
he meant
gone.
that you do. Oh, you got it.
There it
removed?
is.
Oh, that's that's
it's a
a
stand-up
nice
tattoo.
tattoo.
Get up on the table. There you
Ooh.
go. It's a stool and a mic.
Stool in a mind.
Cool. Thank you, Layla. So it was kind of interesting because the way I lost my virginity, it was late. It was when I was like a senior in high school.
That's late.
That is late, yeah. And there were in my group, like in my friend group, there were a bunch of virgins, and no one else got made fun of except for me. I was the only virgin that got made fun of because I was the only one that like could have lost their virginity. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone was like, "The fuck? What are you, gay or like whatever?"
Yeah, but
like,
you were busy watching the Jeff Steven videos.
But everyone was like, "The fuck?" Like this girl like wanted to fuck you or whatever. Like, and I was just like, ah. It was scary.
You're
to
afraid
me.
of the pussy,
It
yeah.
was scary.
The pussy
And
was scary.
so what ended up happening was I lied about having sex with this girl, and she I don't know if she heard about it or not, but I lied about having sex with this girl, and it was like a real convincing lie. Like it was this girl that I was like friends with, you know what I mean? So everybody believed it, and they kind of got off my back.
Yeah. Did you describe like a birthmark on her that only you would know? As the fucker, only the fucker would know.
Something like that. Okay, so like 10 months later, everybody believes this lie, right? 10 months later, I'm at this party, and I actually bang her.
Oh.
I actually lost my virginity to her.
Yeah.
So
Just
I don't
made-
know.
She made you an honest man.
I don't
Really.
know. I don't know if I manifested it or if it was the kind of thing where like she heard it and she was like, "Oh, he wants to fuck me."
She
You
was
know
like,
what I mean?
"Oh, he's gonna accuse me of this. I'm gonna make sure it's real."
Right.
You
yeah.
can
Yeah.
You can manifest.
Like
that.
if I ever got accused of a murder I never caused, I would murder someone in order to be like, "Yeah, that's what you get."
Yeah, yeah. I like this idea that the manifesting works. I'm gonna try something. I lost my virginity to Beyonce. I lost my virginity to Beyonce.
I think it's a little late for you, but
No, it is not.
No, straight up. Now, when people ask me if I like, did you fuck that girl? I'm like, yeah, and they're like, when? I'm like, a few months from now.
nice.
Swear
Well,
to
anyways,
God,
we
yo.
got to get to our last question
We
here.
sure do.
The question that we ask everybody on the Kickback. Are you ready for it? You ready to answer?
Yeah.
True honesty.
Yep.
Swear on your cross your heart and hope to die. Well, Brady, tell us your most embarrassing story ever. Childhood, manhood.
It's
Where you're at now.
Story.
Did it just happen at this table?
Damn, I wish you told me to come prepared because I have some, but I don't. There's nothing that really comes to mind.
Is that the time that you forgot to put your shoes on to the open mic and you came in slippers?
It became a lifestyle after that.
You mean every time I go to open mic?
The time you shaved your head?
It's got to be some kind of sex thing.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the Pornhub theme song?
Yeah, Pornhub.
Yeah, what?
Is
Is that some sort of
dude,
wheel?
I wish I. Like I. This is a shitty one, but like I was having sex with a girl like not that long ago, and I spit on her, and she was not hyped. was not stoked.
Wow.
She hated that.
Were you chewing tobacco at the time? 'Cause
No.
It was just an all natural spit.
There's that. Man, I'm like, I wish like one of my good friends was here so that, not that you guys aren't my good friends, but like someone that could be like, Tom, the thing about that. And I'd be like, oh yeah. Like I genuinely am ready to tell you guys anything, but I don't.
give you a
Embarrassing
prompt,
story.
Brady. I'll give you the classic prompt. Have you shit your pants?
Oh, I've shit my pants
There you
before.
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think it's done it enough times to where it's not
Not
embarrassing.
embarrassed. Okay, well
Yeah,
that's
I've shit my
embarrassing in
pants for
itself. Yeah.
I feel like it's only embarrassing if somebody else finds out you did it.
I've never, I was just going to say, I've never like not gotten away with it.
Wow. That's why he keeps
Nice.
doing it.
I always get away with
He
it.
wants
like,
to get caught.
It's
so he'll
never.
Stop.
Yeah. I'm like
does it for
one
the
of those.
thrill.
I'm like one of those serial killers that's
like,
like leaves
"Please catch
behind
me."
clues.
Please catch me. His calling card is a pan full of shit.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Whenever I've ever shit my pants, I've always made a clean getaway. Like it's never.
Tough.
Is it though?
To make a clean getaway when you shit your pants? Yeah. Yeah, I think it is.
I always get away very clean. It's never like a full shit. You know, it's
it's a
always
couple
just like
dookies
you
and
know,
some-
little fucking.
Yeah, like
the
that.
one that got away. Yeah.
Yeah. Slip through the coverage.
It's the one that got there.
yeah. Yeah.
We're done with you, Brady. We're gonna still have you stick around and do this quick segment right here. It's gonna be
We're
a lot
talking
of
about the
fun.
film, right?
We'll talk about the
A
film.
film
yeah.
review.
The film review, and then. But other than that, thank you for coming, man. I hope you had fun.
Yeah. Thank
I
you
hope
so
you had a
much
good
for having me
time.
on the Kickback, man.
Welcome to Binging with Brady, presented by the Kickback. Today, the guys will review Long Legs. In pursuit of a serial killer, an FBI agent uncovers a series of occult clues that she must solve to end his terrifying killing spree.
We're here binging with Brady. This is Brady. Tony Bruhn over there.
I'm back on this.
We've
one.
all seen the movie The Long Legs by Nicolas Cage. Or not by him,
No. It was by Osgood Perkins, starring Nicolas Cage.
but yeah, Osgood needs a Perkins. Yeah, Brady, it's your favorite movie, yeah?
Okay, well, let me just I really do think this is like the best movie ever made. But I want to get your guys. I really wanted to hear your guys' opinion of it. When did you watch it?
Last night.
Last night? What
I
about
watched it a few weeks after it came out.
you? Okay, so that was like 3 months ago, 2 months ago.
It
maybe?
had to have been because it was late. It was definitely late last year for sure.
Okay, and you seen it once,
Yeah, I did see it once. Sorry, I was gonna go into it.
and you've seen it once.
I've seen it once, yes.
Okay, so this is going to be really interesting for me because everyone that's seen this movie either loves it or hates it so much.
I'm definitely on a side.
And I'm clearly on a side. I'm really, really interested to hear, because I respect your guys' opinions. What did you think about it, and why?
I think after today, you're gonna have a little less respect for me. These are all the notes that I wrote for the movie.
Okay, I'm ready. No.
At the very beginning, I said, "What is this movie made for Instagram?" I wrote this down because you know how it has like
In what way?
weird. It had like that weird square like.
Oh yeah.
But I was just fucking around.
Okay.
And then my only note that was serious, this is what I wrote. Cryptic bullshit. A lot of artsy fartsy build-up to mediocre ends. Piece of shit movie, and I'm gonna actually need $6 from you, Brady. Because I spent $5.99 to rent this fucking bullshit. And I gotta tell you, man, halfway through this movie, I was like, is Brady fucking with me? Is he fucking with me? I thought you were gonna...
I got 5 for you, Vizzy.
We'll put him right here. I thought that you were fucking with me, dude. I thought that you were gonna come on here.
I was just trolling you.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna come on here and be like, "Oh, you thought that was good, Busy? You're a piece of shit for lying."
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, I thought that you thought I was gonna come in here like, "Yeah, it's a good movie." And then,
You thought I was gonna come here and be like, dude, you actually watched it?
Right, that's what I thought.
dude,
That's what I thought. Legit, yes.
What the fuck?
dude, I love Nicolas Cage,
Okay.
but not once was his
Really?
skull on fire. Not once in the whole fucking movie.
You like the Ghost Rider movies?
Love the Ghost Rider movies. My mom's favorites.
You know those were ghost written, right?
And not once did he make a plot to steal the Declaration of Independence. This is
True.
not Nicolas Cage. He went from a fucking nice Mustang to this crappy fucking wagon fucking thing. Fuck this movie, dude. Like, fuck this movie and fuck everyone who thinks it's
Okay.
good, including you.
Okay. Nothing. You didn't like anything about it. There was
Dude,
not a
it's
single
it's
scene.
so pretentious. They overdid the artsy bullshit. Like, I want to make. I'm doing a thing here. I'm creating something. Look at what I
Doing
did.
what thing, though?
Fuck you. Like all the artsy cryptic bullshit where they try to hide the plot. Yeah, because it was a stupid premise, so they had to hide the plot behind all this artsy crap to make the movie even bearable to watch.
Say artsy again.
And then it fucking fell flat on his face at the end. I knew the whole plot of the movie within 10 minutes of watching it.
Would you
I knew who the killer was, and I knew how they did it, and I knew why they did it.
Okay, wait a second. We all know who the killer is. It's fucking Longlegs.
It's the fucking long legs, but the mom was the big truth.
Oh, you knew about the mom thing.
Immediately.
Spoilers, everybody. Spoilers.
Right, well,
Immediately, dude.
I figured that out as soon as I saw the locked door in the house. I'm like, oh, it's the mom. Like, that's... I
And
figured-
when was that? That was about halfway?
Yeah, I was like, I think 30, 40 minutes in, right?
Okay.
So I enjoyed
The
it more.
cockroach coming out of the bottom of the door.
Right, and then
Yeah.
then the stupid little flash. I enjoyed it more than Vizzy did. All right, I did because
Shut the fuck up.
I
Tony.
like. Well, here's the thing. I like detective movies, but this was told me that it was gonna be like a horror movie, right? So I was expecting, and you got the jump scares, and that's my biggest issue with horror movies today is stupid jump scares. Like, oh, that's so scary.
Hold on a second. I got to stop you there because there's one jump scare in this entire film, and that's what I like about it. And so you're saying jump scares plural. What what is the
Okay,
other
I
jump
should say lead up to not jump scares. Because remember when she was in the house and she was getting the phone calls and shit?
She goes outside,
Right,
and there's a
right.
guy in her house.
Right.
That's the one jump scare that I can think of.
That's the one
What's
thing.
the other jump scare?
Well, that's what I thought. I was leading up to that, and then there was nothing else. It was just, then you got the crazy lady who's the kid, right, who wants to kill other people for long legs or whatever the fuck. I thought it was all right. I didn't, like, I was hoping it'd be better. I think Nicolas Cage was definitely creepy for sure. Other than that, it was all right. I wouldn't watch it again.
You liked his performance then?
Yeah, he was creepy.
No, I did
He
not.
was creepy. That's what he was supposed to be. He was creepy
He
dude.
was trying too hard to be creepy. It came off of like, you know, like when a loser at your school, like the loser kid,
That's
tries
so fun.
too
That's a good
hard
comparison.
to be cool, like, and they look even worse. That's what Nicolas Cage was trying too hard to be creepy. He was trying too hard to make this. It's just you could tell it was forced. All the actors were forced.
No, I think the lead lady was
it
pretty
was
good.
just the lead lady.
Oh,
was
yeah.
whack, dude.
Micah Monroe, who's
Sure.
also a pro kiteboarder, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Kiteboarder? What is
Pretty
it?
interesting, yeah.
Look, it's a threesome.
They're literally running.
There's a threesome
All
happening
of the
outside
dogs
of
are
doggy
humping
pyramid
each
going on
other.
right
Yeah.
we got all four. We got all four. I'm sorry, Brady. I don't know. Maybe you saw it in a different way.
So yeah, let me
Or you were in a different state of mind than I was, but
Yeah.
I was pissed, dude.
let me try to explain why I like it.
All right.
So I
Invalid.
first of all,
I'm just kidding.
what's that?
I was like invalid, but
Probably. I mean, it's all fucking, it's all up to interpretation. But what I love about this film is that, first of all, this guy, Osgood Perkins, he's the son of Anthony Perkins, who was the Psycho, Hitchcock's Psycho.
Yeah.
So the director of this film was Psycho.
I do remember hearing about that. Yeah.
The son of Psycho. And it was, when I saw it, I was like not expecting much. When I see Nicolas Cage being this Michael Jackson disfigured motherfucker,
That's good. That's a good description of him. Yeah.
I don't know what it was about him. I just like started shudder. Like I was so scared.
Yeah, he was creepy.
I was
Really?
so scared of him.
I thought he
And
looked like Frosty the Snowman. That did not look
I
creepy at all. The white was weird.
I think if I was to see like, there's that interrogation scene
Right.
where he's like,
One of the better
knock,
parts
knock,
of the
knock
movie.
at the farmhouse door.
Right. Right.
With a happy birthday and a congratulations.
That's what I thought he was trying too hard.
If I was to see that out of context, I'd be like, "Psh, the fuck? Like, I seriously would do that, which is what I would assume you had done.
Yeah, man.
But in the context of the film, when, first of all, it starts off, it's her first day on the job. She goes
Right.
in. The guy, her partner.
All right, hold on, before you get any further, because I thought you were gonna go back to it. You watched it because the son of the person who directed Psycho.
No. I
directed
just
the movie.
No,
it's
I
like,
didn't-
okay,
not because.
I'll let like a plumber fix my plumbing, but if you said my son can do it, I'd be like, fuck off. All right, that's what I would do.
Okay, I hear you on that. But what if your plumber died of AIDS?
One of them.
Why did he die of AIDS?
Anthony
Like-
Perkins died of AIDS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You got that
Relevant,
Psycho money.
boys. So I just think when they're setting up the plot of the film, listen, I think I was like both of you when I was going into the film. I was just kind of like, whatever. And I see.
Oh, I think that was my
She's-
problem, dude. I went into it excited
Yeah.
because I was
Oh,
like,
no,
You
no,
respect
I like
my
how Brady
opinion or
is. I like
something? Yeah.
I like his style, and I
Yeah.
fuck with his jokes, and I think he's a smart guy. I fuck with his skateboarding abilities. I went into it hyped. I was like, this
Yeah.
has got to be good.
See, I went into it like, because I was hearing best horror movie ever.
See, I heard that too, and I was like, I gotta watch it then.
Yeah,
let's
because-
go to a review real
I-
quick before
Yeah.
we let's get a
So
review
you're-
in.
There's many reviewers that agree with Vizzy. This is perhaps the douchiest one. Frank Switekick from the One Guy's Opinion blog says, Perkins' contract with us seems to be, I'll give you 100 minutes of unsettling creepiness, but in return, you have to accept one of the dumbest denouements a horror story has ever posited, and one of Nicolas Cage's most outlandish performances. And there's another one here, Vizzy, that agrees with you directly.
Amra Harper from the Washington Post says, "It's the most artsy movie I saw this summer." That's the whole review.
Artsy fartsy.
Can I get one real quick that agrees with me?
There's few and far between.
Like a good one though, like not like something that's just like I liked it.
This
like,
is the
yeah.
this is the Rotten Tomatoes critic consensus on the movie.
Good stuff.
Saturated in disquieting mood while leveraging a nightmarishly gonzo performance by Nicolas Cage, Longlegs is a satanic horror that effectively instills panic. So, I don't know who's right.
Okay, that's awesome.
I also read one earlier. This one says, I completely agree with Brady Evans.
Okay, wait. So,
hold on.
when she goes into the building at the beginning of the movie,
Right.
and her partner's just like, she's like, it's in there. Like, the serial killer's in there.
Right.
And her partner's like, it's our first day. We don't need to. She's like, call for backup. He's in there.
Oh, yeah, that was dumb.
And her partner's like, we don't need to call for
he gets
backup.
shot in
I'll
the
go
face.
in there. I'll knock on the door. He knocks on the door. He gets shot in the head immediately. And she has to go in there. And, like, it immediately just, like, hits the ground running. She goes into the...
You didn't feel like that was a little silly?
I thought so.
Okay.
Right.
I felt like it was silly, but it's explained why that happens. She goes into the detective's daughter's office. She's like, is it scary to be like a female FBI agent?
Right.
And she's like, yes. Like, I loved that.
I just feel like an edgy 13-year-old wrote the fucking script.
Well,
That's
see,
what I feel like, dude.
Look, I agree with you. It got the movie started, right? But, like, it's her first day, right? He's the veteran guy on the force. He's like, I'm not gonna call
It's
back
full
up.
of tacky
And-
cliches.
And he's this, but they're looking for one of the most like iconic serial killers in their town or whatever the fuck.
Right.
And it's like, I'm not gonna call for backup. I'm like, you don't want a promotion.
Yeah, he should have called
here's
for backup. I
here's
guess.
something that, in my opinion, this is a 10 out of 10. I know, fucking burn me at the stake here. But here's something that I will say, I will agree with you guys, that is stupid as fuck with the script. This detective did not realize that his daughter's birthday
Was
landed on the date of the thing.
Dude.
Yeah. Okay. I will totally side with you. There's no justification for that one. Okay. I will totally agree with you guys on that. When he smashes his head against the interrogation table,
Right.
when he's confronting her, you know, when she's on the phone and her mom is going, do you say your prayers?
Yeah.
None of that was like good
that's another
filmmaking to you
That's
at
another
all.
thing, dude. Is that can you kill yourself by smashing your head against?
I was
I don't
asking
think you have the
myself that.
strength to do that.
Your body will immediately fight it. That's the thing. Your brain always tries to
Not
keep
just
you
that,
safe.
you won't. Like, you don't have the strength to.
I was
to kill
asking
yourself.
myself that when it happened in the theater, but he was like, but when it's happening, he's like, like he's like fucking not. He doesn't want to do it. Like,
Dude,
Well, he
I've
was
seen
possessed. That's
people.
the whole thing. He's
possessed
possessed.
by
Right.
some
And
shit.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, I've seen some possessed people at the bus stops. We run into it at like 30 miles per hour, you know, running, and then they're fine. The next day, they're there again.
okay,
I can appreciate what they tried to do with the movie, but it was not.
I guess yes. Okay, I will agree with that. It was like it felt like it was a good idea, and that's so
Dude,
cool.
I was hooked for
But
like
then
the
I
first
feel
15.
like they didn't put thought into it. They just kind of like rushed it all. I feel like.
that's a lot of people I've talked to have said that, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's usually I can see something coming from a mile away. I don't know why.
Right.
For whatever reason, I did not get that out of this film.
See, and that's my problem with movies is that I figure them
I'll
out
guess it out.
immediately.
I'll figure it out too.
And
Yeah.
I'm just uninterested. That's why I only watch comedy movies.
Well-
I'm the worst person to review any type of media with because I don't consume any media. I don't watch movies. I don't really listen to music. I don't watch anything for entertainment purposes. All I consume is information media.
Yeah.
I just consume like facts and history, and that's it. That's why I'm like, I don't really care about horror movies or this and that. I'll watch comedies, and that's it.
So
What were you-
Yes, Jordan?
go ahead.
I did a little research on that query. Can you bludgeon yourself to death?
Oh shit.
There's a doctor. First, I got the suicide helpline. And then I got a supposed doctor on Reddit. And this is the answer. Can you bludgeon yourself to death? Depends on how hard you do it.
I'm sure.
Yeah, that's
That's a doctor.
He's not done. Odds are you will just knock yourself retarded and have to live like that.
Yeah.
that's the best
were you
of
gonna say,
Reddit
Tony?
doctors. Yeah.
So I'm the same with Vizzy in the sense where I will guess the plot, right? But I'll keep watching to see if I'm absolutely right on every detail, right? I knew it was the mom. I thought, and that was the thing where I kind of got back interested when like, oh, it's a whole ritual, right? It's the ritual, they're trying to finish the ritual, whatever the fuck. And then realize the mom's the one spreading the message, and then the lady cop has to watch her boss kill his family and shit, so she has to kill her mom. I'm like, okay, I didn't get that, but it still wasn't enough for me. I was like, okay, that's...
Yeah, to add to that point, okay, so look, when I figured out the film, I was like, oh yeah, there's gonna be one final slaying.
Right.
And the slaying is gonna happen, this is what I thought.
Because of her.
Because of the FBI lady
Right.
cop.
Yes.
I was like, her presence, it was gonna actually make it happen.
Yes.
Or she's gonna be the one to do it.
Yep.
And I feel like, yeah, that's a great idea, a good way to end it.
Right.
But the execution was so poor, bro. They just had her sit while everybody else killed each other, and then she killed her mom, or shot the detective and killed her mom. It's stupid. She knows from further like bullshit that I don't know if it was like she knew it or what happened. There was a scene where the doll's head broke and like it ended the whole curse. She knew that. She had a gun. She should have shot the doll.
Right.
But she just sat there frozen, and it made the
Wait.
awkward,
The mom knew that?
No, the detective knew that. The
The-
detective knew to destroy the doll.
No. Wait a second.
There was a scene where the doll's head breaks.
You are incorrect. This is the one time I'm going to say you're incorrect because the detective knew to destroy what doll?
The doll
Well, they
that they
found the
gave the
barn.
daughter for her
That
birthday.
they gave what daughter?
The detective's daughter.
The boss's daughter.
The boss's daughter.
Oh yeah.
So why didn't she shoot the
No,
doll?
yeah, when she walks in at the last
She
scene.
just stood there frozen.
Yeah.
Look,
Because-
if you're gonna make a scene like that, you gotta do it good. You gotta write it out good. I feel like they were lazy and they just had her sit there frozen.
Okay.
She knew that the detective was gonna kill the mom.
Yeah.
Right.
So why
it
did
takes
she let the
like
detective
20
take her?
seconds for her to be like
She coulda-
surprised.
She should have
She
walked
coulda
in
saved
on
the
the
mom's
murder.
life.
She should have walked in on the murder.
The
and then-
detective's literally like, I'm gonna go in the next room and fucking kill
And
my
then
wife.
she was just like,
yeah.
and then it cuts to her and she's like,
Okay.
So
I hear you.
It should have been where the lady detective walks in while he's killing her,
dude.
and then sees the doll, then shoots the doll, and then it starts up again. I think that.
I hear you. Let me. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, you're good. You're good.
Let me try. So the thing about him not knowing that the daughter's birthday, that's bullshit. But let me try to explain that one away. We've established in the context of the film that doll has like this paranormal power, right?
Right.
To hypnotize people
Right.
and everything
they're
like that.
hypnotized.
So I think that, and it's
Daughter?
established in the last scene of the film, she's trying to click the fucking gun.
Oh, you're right.
The
She ran out of
gun
bullets.
does not shoot. And there are fans of this film that will say she only shot the gun 3 times. It's a 6-shooter revolver or something like that. That fucking doll
That's right.
Yeah, but
has
she
the ability.
still clicked it too late. She should have tried shooting it earlier, and then it clicked, and then it would have made
But-
sense to everybody.
But you're
She
not
stood there for
understanding
too
what I'm
long,
saying.
dude.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. The doll has that orb in it, and it is telling people what the fuck it wants to do. So
So you think the FBI agent was already under the curse? That's why she just sat there.
Kind
fuck
of. Yes.
yes.
Yeah, I do too.
And I think at the very end of the film, when it's the last shot of the film and she's clicking the gun, there's still bullets in it, and it's fucking, it knows what it's doing. I think that
There's just too many coincidences that
but there's
to
a
that point.
paranormal aspect to it.
there is.
You gotta gotta.
I guess there is.
It's giving me Sinister. It's just like a.
You know what? That's a good comparison.
But I love
Sinister's a good
I
film.
love that.
Oh, you like that
I
film?
love
That was a really good
that's
one.
a great
It's-
film, dude.
I think it's a great comparison.
It's like
Yeah.
Sinister
Yes. No, I really
me
like
with
that film, yeah.
Stranger Things, because you know how Stranger Things he has to have like 3 killings or whatever
Yeah.
to come to the real world. That's basically how it is. That's what I saw it, because I like horror movies and I watched it and I was just like, this is just like another Sinister, just less interesting, I guess.
Okay, so what did you like? How did it rank
I didn't most
to
of
you?
most of the things I didn't get, like when her partner got shot or whatever, and then they put her in a room and they're like, we're gonna put pictures on this projector and we're gonna show you, just tell us the first thing that comes to your mind.
You didn't understand that?
I didn't understand that whole scene.
They were testing her.
It's a psyche valve.
Sorry. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it just like confused me overall, and then
Yeah, I might have missed that in that scene. So her partner got shot. Yes, I
Yes.
saw that and everything. She immediately rushed the door and cleared the house. Why didn't she find anyone? Where was the shooter?
He was upstairs.
he was upstairs. He
You
was the
you
dad.
missed her finding someone.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
She
it-
did.
it
She
was-
found the
it
serial
was-
So
killer.
look,
Yeah.
it was
I
the
will
dad.
admit this. The way that I judge movies is because I have this problem, right? My problem is that if a movie is not engaging me
Fuck, I
and
might
it's
have to
not
watch it
interesting,
again now.
I immediately fall asleep. Immediately. So I was in and out of sleep. I was trying so hard, dude. We got McDonald's. She got me some. she let me drink the rest of her soda. She kept pushing my head up. I'm telling you, dude, if a movie makes me fall asleep, if a movie's so bad that it makes me fall asleep, it's like a marathon for me to watch
I hear
it.
you.
It's a fucking marathon and a half,
Yeah.
dude.
And sometimes
Like,
it just doesn't connect. I get
with
that.
the
I get
Avengers,
that.
you know how hard I tried watching the fucking Avengers? dude?
No, I don't.
I went at least 4 times when it was in regular theaters, and then when it goes to like the $5 theaters, I went another 3 times, thinking maybe if I sit in the uncomfortable chairs of the cheap theater, I can watch it. I tried it there. I had Monsters. I had Good Night's Rest. I tried like 7 times to watch the Avengers. Never was able to get through it. I was never able to get through that movie. I couldn't stay awake
But
because
that-
it's so uninteresting.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the Avengers, though. Like, so.
That movie
What-
lies in that
I mean,
category.
Ton-
That I can't
uh,
stay awake category.
Tony,
That's my rating system.
Tony had said, I might just have to rewatch it. Why did you say that?
I feel like I caught everything, but this was a while ago also, because I told myself I wasn't gonna watch it again. But maybe I'm missing something that might make me actually like it. You know what I mean? Because I thought it was lazy also. Like I get the doll was like Jesus.
I'll tell you right now, Tony, you're not missing a thing.
I believe you. Also, I rebuke Satan in all his ways.
Some scenes of the movie didn't make sense to me, and I was like,
I could explain
what's the whole point of him going in the store and then like buying the stuff and then
That was where he was buying his doll maker
That's right.
supplies.
I remember that.
Yeah, I get that he makes the dolls and everything, but the whole point of it was just like, why? Like, why do we have to see him go to the store and be creepy to this young girl?
Oh, that's right, he was.
Oh, that's how he ended up getting caught. Because
she recognized him,
She
right?
goes, Dad,
That
like
creepy
that
guy."
creepy guy's back again, and then
Yeah, I didn't remember that.
I remember that.
I remember that. That's
Yeah.
how he got caught.
So yeah, then that's how he gets caught. They put out a thing at the bus, and then he gets caught at the bus stop. You know?
Yeah, because he was trying to leave, right?
Right.
Okay.
Also, the
he
mom
wanted
is
to
a
get caught,
gullible idiot.
No, he knew how to. He knew he wasn't gonna leave because all he had in his suitcases were demonic fucking papers. They weren't like living supplies or anything like that. So he knew he was not.
He wanted the
gonna
interrogation.
leave. Yeah, he knew that was where it ended. But I'm just curious. What did you?
You wanted to watch it again.
Why were you saying you wanted to watch it again?
I'm trying to
Because
see.
he didn't see it the first time.
I'm trying to remember if I was absolutely right about, because I remember watching. I was like, that's gonna happen. All right, kind of happened. I was wrong about the ritual thing. I thought it was gonna be the lady detective to finish the ritual, but then it was like I knew the mom was the
It kind
killer.
of was. They tried doing that and then they
Right.
failed at it.
I don't think the execution
Yeah,
was
they,
all right.
they
But
didn't execute it well.
also, okay, I know it's not funny, but when she knew everything that was gonna happen, and then her boss was like, "Honey, can I see you in the kitchen real quick, holding a knife?" She's like, "Okay." I'm like, "That's fucking hilarious."
No.
No,
That
they
was
gotta-
intentionally. That was funny.
Also, Brady, when the mom went for the knife, it didn't cause like a climactic thing in me. I didn't feel like the mom was gonna lunge at anybody. I feel like she prematurely killed her mom. I don't think the mom was trying to kill her at all. I think the mom was gonna kill the daughter.
That's a hot take.
I think she was gonna kill the daughter too. Though.
I thought she was gonna kill the daughter, and I was like, why did she shoot her mom?
Why'd she get the knife out then?
Yeah, well, because it was more obvious that she was gonna kill the daughter to finish the ritual, the little girl.
Right.
But
why,
then the detective is the
why
ritual.
would she not kill her?
Well, the detective already let the
boss kill his
boss
wife.
kill his wife. Just let your mom kill the daughter.
No.
Restrain your mom.
And
you
then
don't
it's
have to kill,
all done?
It's done. You don't have to kill your mom.
Everything's done?
No, but
You
that's,
don't have to kill your
This
mom.
is how I'm misreading it because I thought the ritual was supposed to be for the detective.
Let the ritual
She
finish.
was just learning that it was her mom that was doing all of this.
I just
which
feel like,
I agree. She's
why
a
did she
fucking...
just shoot her in the
but-
head?
Yeah. Well,
I would have, if I was in that
Okay.
shoes of the detective, I would have let her do her thing with the knife, try to restrain her, and then bring her to justice and the normal way.
It's because
But she just shot her mom in the head immediately. Like, it was like no second thought. It was like as if she wanted to shoot her mom from the beginning.
Okay, to side with Brady, there's two things that you had wrong. So the ritual isn't that her mom kills the kids.
whole family.
She doesn't do that. What happens is that the dad
kills all of them.
Yeah,
right.
the dad gets possessed. He kills the whole family, and then he kills himself. She's
Correct.
just there to witness it, to watch it,
Yep.
to make
So
sure.
you
To make sure it happens, and then so the reason why she killed her mom is because she already knew that she was possessed and that she was gonna be like him. Like she's just gonna carry on what he was doing. So just to restrain.
Yeah, but it ends at the daughter.
So she stopped the ritual, sort of. Is what they want you
By
to believe.
killing
anyway.
her mom?
no, the ending is
Okay, this
not
is another
that they
hot take,
stopped
dude.
anything. That is
Brady,
not
you
the
think
ending.
that the mom was lunging at the FBI daughter, at her own daughter?
Yes.
No, she was gonna kill the little girl.
I think the ending. I think that the mom got the knife out and was going to either. I think that the mom got the knife out and was going to stab anyone in her way of fulfilling
That
this
doesn't
plan.
make sense because the whole reason she did all of this was to protect her daughter.
The flashback and her explaining her plan, like her plan, and I quote, all I had to do was ring the doorbell, say congratulations, you won, present the doll, and all I had to do was watch. That was her thing. Make sure it all went down to plan. So I don't know what movie you watched, to be honest, bro. But Nicolas Cage based his performance on his schizophrenic mom.
Oh shit.
So all the airbending hand shit he was doing, I've done a lot of research on this film.
Because you're trying to make it deep when it's not.
No,
That's why you've done the research.
I'm interested. No, listen, this is why. I'm interested in why I like this film when so many people I respect, like you, think it's a piece of shit. I am very interested in why I think this is a good film.
I'm not the person to go by on that because I don't like most movies.
I'm agreeing with you on that, but so many other people that I respect are like, this movie's a piece of shit. Great.
I'm sorry that you got quite possibly the worst person to talk about movies.
No, I really respect.
I hate all of them.
I respect both your guys' opinions, and all I can hope is that one day you watch it again and you're like, wait, actually, this kind of is something. Like, yeah. For what it's worth, I checked out his other film. He's got one other film, Osgood Perkins, and I was like, oh.
The reason that I won't watch it again is because if I can't stay up through it, I will never be able to stay up. And I know myself.
What was the second film you were talking about?
So when I got done watching Long Legs, I looked up what this guy's done, and I see he's made another film before this called The Black Coat's Daughter. And I'm like, oh, yeah, of course. I'm going to love this, right? Hated it. Like, the worst, one of the worst.
There's no Incredibles.
One of the worst horror movies I've ever seen. So... maybe it was just kind of one of those lucky...
You're attached to a moment, I feel like.
All right, final ratings for Long Legs. You want to do 1 out of 10?
1 out of 10 for me.
Wow. All right. I'm going to agree with Crystal and say 6 out of 10. I enjoyed it more.
6 out of 10 is pretty.
I'm gonna say 11 out of 10.
Yeah, nice. I literally struggled.
I'm so sorry.
Watch it.
I'm not trying to be like some
No, I get it.
contrarian. I genuinely like.
I didn't hate it.
I was watching it. I was like, and when it ended, I was like, this was the best movie ever made.
Dude, I prayed so much after that movie.
I waited for like a month to like even like talk about it with people and share my opinion because I was like, was it just like I was like, oh, it was like, was it? I just surprised something.
I'd rather watch
Dude,
Who's
I
Your
watched-
Caddy with Andy Millen.
I watched-
that
I watched it again. Still 11 out of 10, baby. Long Legs, best movie ever made.
For anyone watching this, go watch it.
Yeah.
Give us your opinion on that movie.
Put it in the comments down
Yeah,
below.
let us know.
This was Binging with
This
Brady.
is Binging with Brady. Thanks for coming on for that. That's
Of course. Thank you guys for having me.
Of course, man.
Seriously.
It was amazing.
That was Binging with Brady, presented by the Kickback.
All right. Well, we got to give a little special shout out to our sponsors. This week is very special because we have all the support from the mics, the supporting sponsors. You know, Jen's mic at The Rock, great mic on Mondays at 7, and then we
It's
got
now at 8.
Oh, it's at 8
p.m. Yeah.
Sorry.
Tuesdays at the Mint
At 8.
at 8, and then we got Wednesday at the Screening Room 6:30 sign up,
Yeah.
and then we got the Music Box on Saturdays.
The neighborhood mic.
The neighborhood open mic.
Neighborhood
6
mic.
p.m.
6
Come there on
p.m.
a Saturday. Do a little day drinking.
Have a good time.
Have a good time. Couldn't do without our mics.
And then a big shout out to our priority sponsors. We have Western American Housing. They build park models. They do transport of oversized loads, mostly mobile homes. So if you're looking for that type of service, you know, hit them up, Western American Housing. And we also have Laughs Comedy Cafe. Woo!
Yeah.
It is the only comedy club here in Tucson.
The one, the only.
Yep, they
Since the
have an
80s.
open mic every Thursday. Sign-ups at 7,
Shows at 8.
Shows at 8.
shows at 8. So
Shows
Laughs-
every weekend.
Also, fantastic shows every
every
Friday
weekend,
and Saturday.
Yes. Hit us up if you want tickets. We know where it's at, so let us know.
We know a guy.
We
that
know a
can
guy
get
that
us
knows the
tickets
guy.
and-
And then our presenting sponsor, we're gonna go ahead and air that quick commercial here for Casa Cleaning. So thank you for sticking around, and we're gonna come back with the music segment.
We're excited to work with you. Bye now. Hello, my name is Karina with Casa Cleaning Solutions. We are a commercial and residential women-owned local cleaning company. If you need reliable and professional cleaning services, please consider using Casa Cleaning Solutions. To learn more about our work, please refer to our reviews on Google, Thumbtack, and Yelp, or visit casacleaningsolutions.com. Thank you for supporting local businesses.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Welcome back to the Wayback Throwback Kickback. We're here with our
Yeah.
special musical guest, Cruz Ocho.
Yo,
Say hi to the people.
what up, people?
Very special musical guest here, local to Tucson, has been in the Tucson scene here for quite a while. So, yeah, look him up. Where can we find you?
You can find me pretty much on any music streaming platform as Cruz Ocho. That's Cruz, first name, Ocho. That's the last name. Just type that into your Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, whatever. I got a bunch of videos out there too. So that, and if you're trying to connect with me online, like Instagram or TikTok or any of that, look up Cruz Ocho 8. That's Cruz Ocho and the number 8 at the very end.
How long have you been doing music? What got you into it?
So I started writing lyrics around 16. So like a junior in high school. So I've been writing for like the past 20 years pretty much. So
Wow.
yeah, so I initially started off with a group that I'm still in called Highest Low. It's myself and my guy Just Wise, and yeah, we started recording when I was like 18. We did like I want to say like three or four projects under a different name. And once we started kind of figuring out our sound, or like kind of getting good, because our first 3 projects were trash. They were really bad.
I mean, that could happen sometimes, where you feel like, oh, that's sick, and then like years later you go back and listen, like, what were we thinking? Like,
Oh yeah, it was very, very basic stuff, and just like I think we were just kind of just learning like who we were as like artists, as writers, what to write about, how to like structure a song and stuff like that, versus just going in and doing like 100-bar verses where you're just rapping for 4 minutes, so that could be cool once in a while, but not like every song on the album, but at least not for us. So once we started getting better at what we were doing, or more confident with what we were doing, that's when we changed the name to Highest Low, and we've been putting out projects since. Last project we put out was just 2 years ago. The project's called Noir. It's produced by Maker, who's a producer out of Chicago as well. We have another album with Maker coming up real soon. I'm not sure exactly on the release date just yet, but
Stay
it's
tuned for that.
But yeah, it's done, it's mixed, it's mastered. It's just up to label stuff at this point. So.
Yeah, that's pretty nice, man. Like, I remember back in high school, in my writing class, I wasn't really always like a school person.
Mm-hmm.
I was more of the guy that would like be absent a lot and then just go for like test day, because it was get a C and try to pass that way.
Right.
But in writing class, I always just didn't like it. I didn't like reading nonfiction books or fiction books. I mean, I like reading nonfiction. But I just didn't like reading books that were made up, because I felt like, well, anyone could make that up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I've always had that. Like, I'll read an encyclopedia before I read like somebody's made up story.
Right. You know what? It probably sounds funnier coming from me, but I'm not a big reader myself either, and even being in like English classes or literature classes, those weren't really my favorite classes to be in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But one thing did get me started. The point I'm trying to make is that I started doing poetry, and then I was like, man, like, this is really fun.
Yeah.
And I remember that I was like, oh, well, if I'm doing poems, I wasn't too much into rap music. I was basically just into Kid Cudi. That was like the main and only person I would listen to.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I can make some music. So I didn't know anything about rap music or making rap music. I'm Mexican. I was born in Mexico,
right.
And I play like norteño music and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I was like, I wrote a bunch of song lyrics in this notebook, I remember. And I'm like, perfect. I got like a bunch of song lyrics. And I have a brother-in-law who does like Christian rap.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey man, like, do you still have like a little studio set up? Can you still make beats?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah. He's like, come over. And I was like, all right, you should make me a beat so I can put these songs in there. And then I was never able to find a beat for those lyrics. Like the beat that you play in your head when you're writing never comes out.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I'm going to ever make a song, I have to make the beat first and then write to the beat.
Yeah.
Because then you'll never find it. And I never did. So like I never explored that side of music.
Yeah, like when it came to writing for me initially, before we had beats to write to, I would write to just beats that I would find on the internet, but like they would be beats of artists that I listen to. So like I'll look up a Nas beat or Jay-Z beat or something, and I'll write to that. And by doing that, it kind of gave me an idea of like of what 16 bars is as far as like the measurement of a verse and stuff. So like kind of getting down to almost the math of how all that's put together.
Yeah, dude, it's super technical. I feel like a lot of people don't understand how hard rap is. Like the whole the bars and the beats and all that math you got to do, and then especially if you're freestyling all that. Like,
oh yeah.
I'm just like, man, like it's just it was too much for me. I was like, I was like, yeah, I'll leave that to people who know what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, like as far as like for me, like I wouldn't have really thought that I would have gotten into being a rapper or like making music like that. I was always just a hip hop fan, you know. So even as a kid, I was the kid on the playground with a Walkman on and like a cassette tape in it, you know, or my CD player or whatever. You know, I was like, you know, just a music fan. And it wasn't until like being in an art class with this other dude who was rapping or writing at the time, he was putting me on to like some of the stuff that he was listening to. And he was like, you know, you should try to like write something, you know. So he encouraged me to try to write something. And like I wrote a couple of bars and then it stopped pretty much.
I remember the only songs I remember making were just silly stuff, like just stuff to be funny. And it wasn't never anything serious. But you talked a little bit about like writing to artists that you were listening at that time, probably when you were like 16. So like, does your family play any role in your music stuff? Do you have anybody in your family that does music also?
That does music? Not really. Like as far as people that were like, I didn't really have any like mentor as far as anyone to like look up to do music.
Like even a parent that's like, I'm really into this music, like into this genre.
Well, like music in general was always a big part of what was being played in the house. So like I grew up listening to a lot of hip hop primarily because of my parents. Like my parents had me when they were 18. So when they had me, they were listening to like NWA, Ice Cube, Cypress Hill, things like that. So I grew up around all of that stuff. And, you know, because of that, like I've always been attached to that and then other genres of music as well with like, let's say Prince, Michael Jackson, anything like R&B and stuff like that. I would venture out myself to like, you know, find different genres and things that intrigued my ear.
See, and my mom was listening to Pedrito Fernandez, the Bruno Mars of Mexico, I like to call him.
So, hell yeah.
So I grew up hating his music because when I would hear it in the morning, that meant I had to get up and clean. So I was like, man, I hate this. And then, but then as I grew older, I'm like, nah, this music hits. It's in my blood. Like,
it works that way, man.
Yeah, you start listening to it again. And right now, how would you say that your life like influences your music? Do you write about things you experience? Does it have a big impact in your music, or do you just kind of like, does your music come from somewhere else?
A lot of it is things that come from my life, or even just kind of exaggerated thoughts, you know. So probably the first song that like I really connected with that I wrote as a solo song is a song called Everything Is Fine. And that song basically is like about kind of going through the day by day and just kind of trying to get through it, you know, being in denial that, you know, you're going through something, you know, but because you're just trying to push through whatever the day by day is, you know. You know, it basically the verses are pretty much talking about like how much I might hate my job or, you know, my insecurities and stuff. But when the hook comes around, it's everything is fine. I don't want to talk about it. I don't need to talk about it. Everything is fine.
So it's a little bit like an outlet then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Being a stand-up comedian here in Tucson, I feel like in the scene, everybody kind of has like a role they play. Mm-hmm. I feel like the role that I play, well, I don't feel this way all the time, and I don't try to be this way. Yeah. But a lot of people think that I disrupt a lot of it because I don't really go by the comedy rules. So, like, you know how every scene has, like rules, like even back when I used to do graffiti, like, oh, you can't do a piece until you do a bunch of tags first, you know? Oh, okay. Or you can't get on a book show until you have 2 years of open mics under your belt. Is there something like that in hip-hop, too, like in the rap scene, at least here locally, where it's like, oh, look at this person, like, they haven't even done this, and that, and they're already trying to do this?
I don't think so. So like I came to Tucson only 2 years ago, and with that being said, I've spent a lot of years doing music in the Chicago underground hip hop scene, and even there we were kind of, me and Wise being from Aurora, like it's like we infiltrated the scene, but at the same time it was like we were still kind of outsiders in a sense because we weren't from the city necessarily. Right. And there can be some level of like maybe like gatekeeping or kind of being cliquey, things like that. But I think it's just really a matter of showing not only your work ethic, but like you got to be enjoyable to be around. You can't be a dick, Yeah,
that's for sure, dude.
Because like, coming into the hip hop scene here, like, I didn't really have the intention of continuing music. It wasn't that like, I just didn't really have an expectation for it. Like I had felt like I had put in so many years of, being in the Chicago underground hip hop scene that chapter was pretty much done. But I came out here and I'm like, I need something to like go to, to the things that like, that speak to me, as far as the things that I'm interested in. So like I had saw that there was an event, it was like a beat showcase where like a lot of producers will come up and do a set where they're like playing beats live. And this was at the time, Thunder Canyon Brewery, which is now Brickbox Brewery. So, I went there and just started kind of hanging out over there. And when they did the first, like, they were starting an open mic there, and I just started kind of going to that. When I first went, I didn't talk to anybody initially. I just kind of sat at the edge of the bar. I didn't know anybody, just kind of had my drinks, and it was my time to go up. And, I do my set, do like 2 or 3 songs. And that just kind of eased my way into like talking to people out here, and just people just kind of gravitated to me from that point. They're like, who are you? Where are you from? Like,
oh, like this is nice.
Why are you here? But in a good way, So like I felt welcomed, and from that point, like I just kind of started hitting all the open mics. So I would do the Thunder Canyon once a month. There would be the open mics there. I would jump to like Sky Bar I've done before.
Oh yeah, Sky Bar. Yeah. Wednesdays, I think that is.
Wednesday nights, yeah.
And then The Rock also.
Yeah, and then just kind of being at the open mics, that was my introduction to the scene, and just kind of talking to people. And then that's when I think the person that put me on my first show out here, and it was like maybe the second or third month of me living here, was SBZ. BZ put me on to a Bar with Friends event, which she does usually the last Friday of every month. It's taken a little bit of a hiatus. She just had a kid, so like I think they're coming back in February. But yeah, since then, she put me onto that show, and I've been kind of busy since, so.
Nice.
Yeah, I met Nene at one of the open mics, and he approached me about like doing some music, and basically, long story short, he invited me to the studio. We started meeting up almost every week, and then we knocked out a project in a few months, and now we're a group.
I've heard similar experiences from other artists that were not from Tucson that came into the Tucson scene,
Mm-hmm.
and they've said the same thing, that it's very welcoming and people are eager to work with you.
Mm-hmm.
He said that Tucson was like the first place where. And shout out to Forest Fire, by the way. That's the guy I'm talking about. It was the first place where someone was like, hey, man, like, I like your stuff. Like, you want to do something together?
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. And I've heard that several times about the Tucson scene. The comedy scene, they're a little different. And, it's not always the most welcoming thing, I feel like, because it has a lot of rules, like a lot of norms.
Oh.
So, like, there's people there's, like, an old way and a new way of doing things. There's people that are, like, really stuck in the old way, and they're just like, no, this is like the first steps you got to take, and you got to do certain things, and you can't post anything on social media. You can only get booked on word of mouth. They really like put themselves in this box. And then there's people that come in and like they want to post everything, and they want to, no one's gonna book you inside of Tucson, so they start like going to other cities and like, or making up their own shows to get booked, which I was kind of guilty of that. I was like, well, no one's gonna book me. I'm just gonna make my own show, book myself.
Yeah, why not?
And you know, like those two sides are always like, it's like a struggle. It's like a tug of war in the comedy scene.
Yeah, like, well, kind of a parallel. The town that we're from, Aurora, like, there are artists from Aurora, but there's not like a scene like there is here when it comes to like music or comedy. So like all of us artists had to like go to Chicago or go to other like suburbs to like do events and shows and stuff. And like specific to our story, like me and Wise would go and do like rap battles and open mics and just whatever we could get our hands on. So like we worked our asses off to like be part of the Chicago scene and like earn our respect in that field, you know. So now here, you know, it's just been kind of a different vibe. You know, I think Tucson, well, my experience at least has been really supportive with the music scene. Like I haven't had any issues with any other artist, and I've done hella features with so many artists here and collaborated with
That's
so
pretty cool
many
to hear,
people.
man. I like that.
And
like
then
that a lot.
like I've helped like kind of create some spaces for some people too. So like I've put on my own shows where like some of the artists that may not be getting booked as often, you know, I'll put them onto shows that I'm throwing or whatever.
Nice,
or
yes.
I'm also hosting an open mic every the second Thursday of every month. I host an open mic at this spot called Urban at 2210 South 6th Avenue. It's a brand new venue. They've only been there for like 3 months.
Check it out. Check out Urban. An open mic on the south side. There's not too many of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we welcome everything. You know, we get a lot of like music, but for the most part, like we're welcoming everything in terms of poetry, comedy, whatever you guys want to do for your set. So, yeah, comedians, all y'all, come out.
You're welcome. Come down to Urban and show us what you got.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. You mentioned the rap battles, so I know that rap battles is something that where you go up against someone.
Mm-hmm.
Was it like a straight up rap battle where you're hitting on each other, or was it more of a like I'll do a set and then we'll judge who's?
Oh no,
better?
it was like battling, like
That's
you know,
straight
about
up.
each other. But like in my era, you know, this was like when you would play a beat and you would rap to that beat against someone on some 8 Mile style kind of thing.
Yeah.
Versus like what a lot of people do now with like the written battles where there's no beat, but it's these very complex kind of structures with the
Really,
the
I have
wordplay.
never seen that.
Oh yeah, that's a huge thing.
So there's no music; it's a cappella, or there is
Yeah,
music.
so like there's leagues that are like national where like these rappers have these written. Basically, they know who they're gonna battle maybe months ahead, and they write out these long verses and the way that the
giant manifesto against this person.
exactly, and like the way that the bars are structured, it's like they're so complex. Like I'm sure it's like in some parallel, sort of like writing a joke. When you know you have your setup and your punchlines and those points where the joke kind of ties into maybe something you introduced
like a
in the beginning.
callback.
Yeah, exactly. So similar to that, but yeah,
I've never heard of that or seen that. That's actually something super interesting. I'm gonna look that up as soon as I get home because I didn't think that existed. That's crazy.
There's compliment battles where guys will do
they-
the same thing, but they're complimenting each other. They're like bigging each other up, but in the
That
same
sounds
style.
normal for 2024.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. And I mean, a rap battle is always a freestyle. How strong are you in freestyling? Do you feel like?
I would say like on a scale from 1 through 10, 10 being great, 5 being like average, I'd say I'm like a 6.5, maybe a 7. Because for me, it's like I can only really freestyle if I'm in a
Red
certain
Rose, White Ceiling. No, I'm just kidding. you know where that reference is from?
What did you say?
Because you said when I'm in and I said Red Rose, White Ceilings.
No.
Oh man, so like, you know who the game is, right?
Oh yeah.
So there's this video where they did like a compilation of all his freestyles.
Yeah.
And they noticed he was recycling the same freestyle. all the time. There's like 20 videos of him doing the same freestyle in different scenarios. And the funniest thing, bro, is that he like plays it off like he's just thinking about it now.
Oh, okay.
So like it's
different.
hilarious, bro, because he's on a podcast, and this is like more recent times, and they're like, all right, we're gonna give you a topic or a word, and you got to freestyle about it. So they're like, the first one is Kobe, and he's like, when I'm in my Kobe's, I'm in a. And like he literally looks up like he's in a red rose white ceiling, and I'm like, you've been doing that for the last 10 years, bro. How do you play it off? Like, it's fucking hilarious, dude. You gotta check that out. Yeah, let's see if you can pull it up. Actually, that'd be hilarious.
See, it's funny that like
Rose white ceiling.
Yeah, there you go.
Red rose white ceiling. Hey yo, red rose white ceiling. I'm in the rapping mood. Anybody can rap. Anybody wanna, you know. Look, red rose, white ceiling. No body, no casket, just blood spilling. Yeah. Red rose, white ceiling. Red rose, white ceiling. Hey yo, red rose, white ceiling. I'm in the rapping mood. Anybody can rap. Anybody want to, you know, challenge me? You
got a lot of red on. It's gonna be hot, but I don't run from the streets though, cause I ain't gonna get shot.
You ain't have to come at me like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Now it's my turn. You know, I ain't freestyling in a minute. Let me see. Let's check it. Look, red rose, white ceiling. I'm in that red rose, white ceiling.
We're gonna shoot you some topics. Yeah. You freestyle. Is that cool?
I'll do what I can, man.
Power 106. Your first topic is the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I be rocking my Kobe's, I be in a red rose, white. Look, red rose, white ceiling. No body, no casket, just blood spilling.
That's common to have these verses that are like, appropriate for that setting, you know, because like you have these as a rapper, and like I guess as far as that, I think me and the game probably come from that same era in a sense, because we're probably close to the same age, maybe, I don't know.
Probably.
How old is the game?
How old is the game? It's a red Rolls Royce with a white like interior.
Yeah.
So that's what he kind of means by that. I just.
Okay, so he's a little older than me.
He's older.
But, you know, I think that I feel like I'm on the tail end of that particular era of rappers that like have what they call a freestyle verse, and like there's always this debate on the difference between like a freestyle that's like off the top of the dome, like off the top of the head, versus a freestyle, meaning a verse that's free of style, that just can adapt to whatever.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense now.
So like if you ask like earlier rappers like from the like 80s and stuff, like
can you freestyle? They're gonna be like, oh yeah, I got a freestyle verse.
Yeah. So like typically like rappers from like the early, like from the 80s, early 90s and stuff, what they define as a freestyle is a pre-written verse that doesn't really have a topic. It's just like a braggadocious kind of setting, you know. It's like me talking my shit about me. You know,
it's a freestyle that somebody wrote down. It's
right. It's free of style is what what they claim. You know.
Wow, we're an educational show now.
But like, you know, I think kind of towards the maybe like mid '90s to late, you know, you get a lot of these other pockets of culture that like really honed in on the skill of rapping off the top of the head. So like rappers like Common, for example, coming out of Chicago, he'll do a show and he'll actually rap off the top of the head. Like we saw him at the Rialto a couple weeks ago or like a month ago, and he's like rapping off of things that he sees, or he was like talking about things in Tucson, specific to Tucson, and like rapping about it.
Dude, so I went to a show where Snoop Dogg actually did something like this.
Snoop's
bro.
one of those guys too that like will, you know, just kind of he'll rap about the things he sees, or you know.
Yeah, well,
like,
he did like his old beats, like the music everyone's used to.
Yeah.
But he freestyled to his own beats.
Yeah.
And to me, like watching that was crazy. I was like, yo, this is not the version of the song I know, but I know that he's just out there freestyling to his own beats. And then way on the other side of the spectrum, on the same show, because the show was like a throwback tour thing or something. They had Bone Thugs, they had Warren G, they had Too Short.
Yeah.
And Snoop Dogg was like the headliner. Well, the Bone Thugs, they came out, they played their music, but they didn't rap. They just hyped like their own songs.
Like
It's like they couldn't. I don't know if they're too old. You know, maybe they don't remember it all. They're not as
it's a lot of
fast
words
anymore. It's a lot of words and it's really fast. So they were just kind of like their music was playing. They were like, yeah, oh, yeah, and I was just like, oh man, I don't know if that's necessarily a thing. Maybe it's a thing and I'm not aware of it, or they were just kind of like, I just want to make money off this tour and not really put work into it, or I don't know what the situation was.
Maybe like, you know, they've, you know, put in the work to get to where they're at, so they don't feel like they have to like really perform those songs the way that, you know.
Do you like Bone Thugs and Harmony?
I like Bone Thugs, yeah.
I like them a lot too. They were like one of my favorite people to listen to for a while. But I don't know if you've ever experienced this, or I might just ruin them for you right now. But if you use their tone of voice to say any words, it sounds like you're rapping. It sounds like
I'm sure.
Song. And I didn't know that because I remember I was trying to learn their songs because I was like, oh, it'd be so cool if like my friends played it and I could say all the words. So I was like doing that. And then I was like, and then I started doing it with everything. I remember I was in the restroom one time, I was reading the back of a toothpaste, and I started doing it, and I was like, yo, they're not saying that they're not really rapping, but I was like, it's like a cheat code.
Like, sodium chloride, fluoride.
Yeah, exactly. And once you learn that, you're just like, oh man, you can say pretty much whatever you want.
You can.
You really can.
Yeah, Bone Thugs was definitely big in the Midwest, so, you know, being from the Midwest and all that. So.
Yeah. But I mean, then again, that's why they're Bone Thugs and Harmony. That's why they're the singing type.
Yeah.
They got that version of it. That's crazy, dude. I've always respected freestylers so much. I think it's the coolest thing, man. I love seeing people freestyle. It's like something like how do they do that? It's one of those things where you're just like, man.
I don't know if you've ever seen Runt freestyle, the owner of BrickBox.
From here?
Yeah.
No, dude, never.
The owner, that dude is so good at freestyling. There have been times where like they've played a beat and me and him both have mics and we start just like freestyling off the top of the head like that, and dude's amazing. Like
I've had Willie Main on this show before. I don't know if you know
Willie is dope too. Yeah.
From Network Sweatshop.
He's good
Shout
with
out
that.
Network Sweatshop. He's crazy freestyling, man. The first time he was on the show, he freestyled like 8 minutes straight, which was crazy, right? And then the second time he was on the show, he did 21 minutes without stopping.
That's crazy.
He did like I think it was like 6 beats, dude. And like when the beat would change, he would just switch. Like, he wouldn't pause and then do the next beat. He would just switch right into the next beat.
Yeah.
And he went for like 21 minutes. I'm like, this guy's crazy.
See, he's so good at that because that's like his primary focus as an MC, though.
Yeah.
Because like when you see him at open mics, he puts on a beat and he starts freestyling. You know, someone like me, on the other hand, like I'm like writing songs, and you know, like my focus is more so how to project these songs through performance. And his attribute, like, you know, is freestyling and doing that shit incredibly.
Words, yeah.
So it's cool to see, like, even as a rapper or MC, you know, how many different ways you can approach it in your own way. You know, there's not one set of rules of how you got to do it. Some people deliver it in a more melodic kind of manner, or some people are very like punchy with their stuff. Some people focus on set up punchline, and that's their style. Or, you know, there's so many different ways you can do this stuff. So
that's pretty cool, man. Something that I've been thinking about this whole time. You said you got about 20 years writing and you know, dipping your toes into the music.
Yeah.
I'm sure do you have a mental count of how many songs you've done at all? Do you have an idea? Do you have a number?
Not really, because let's see, with my group, highest low, we've got maybe 11 projects. And I've got a solo project and a couple of like loose songs here and there. Then I've got the 2 projects with Nene. Then I've got a ton of features that I've probably haven't heard in years as well. And then the recent features I've done. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's probably in the hundreds at least, you know? So
All right.
Probably well past 100 at this point, honestly.
I mean, as far as things you've written and never recorded and never released, I'm sure that number is crazier too.
You know what? Actually, I put out a majority of everything that I write. Like, you know, I spend so much time with writing because I'm a slow writer to begin with. I'm not a machine with it. I'm not just song done. Some people are like that.
Yeah,
some people can go to a studio session, write the song, record the song, and have it all done within that session. Me, I write a song on my own time. I practice that song so much that by the time I get to the studio, I have it memorized, and like I have an idea of how I want to deliver each bar, you know, and then I go in with other ideas at that point. So yeah, I use a majority of what I make because I spend so much time making it.
That makes a lot of sense. I've always wanted to make a comparison between the way that, you know, musical artists write and comedians write, because I've been doing comedy for almost 2 years now. In March, it'll be 2 years. And I've already written maybe over like 130 jokes.
Yeah.
And I haven't put them all out. I haven't said all of them. I haven't perfected all of them. With a joke, it's more like you think of a premise and then you say it on stage and then it becomes an actual joke, or you work it with like your buddies and then you save it as your joke. And then there's a lot of things that like, what comedians really do and they advise you to do is like, okay, if it didn't work, just don't like completely get rid of it. Shelve it and then come back to it later, you know, like even years later, come back to it, to that premise, and then maybe you can find a way to make it work. Is that how it is in music too? Do you have a lot of shelved like songs that you maybe wrote when you were 18? You're like, I don't like this, but do you put it away somewhere and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to it now that I'm more experienced and see what I can do with it.
Yeah, there was a song that I wrote maybe, I want to say 6 years ago, roughly, like 2018, and I never really put it out because it didn't really come through. It didn't come together the way I envisioned it. And recently, or like earlier, maybe like last year, I want to say, I did this video. It was a cypher video. It's myself, Mola Flow, shout out to Mo.
Shout out Mo.
And 3 other artists that were on there as well. And that verse that I wrote 6 years ago is the verse that ended up on that cypher, that beat and video. And it's funny because like that's one that like I kind of keep pinned on my like IG, because that's one that a lot of people like resonate with, because it's like just kind of talking about the state of the world, but like for it to be 6 years old, it's still relevant today as it was back then.
Hey man, I'm excited for you. I'm excited to listen to what you got for us today. Before we let you go, do you have anything new and exciting to talk about for this year, 2025, now that we're just barely getting started with the year? Do you have anything you want to get off your chest? Anything you want to say?
Yeah, just, you know, if you're interested in my music or what I, you know, bring to the table, tune in. Cruz Ocho on Spotify, YouTube, all of that. I've got some solo material out. Working on a new solo project that should be out early next year or early 2025, which is literally like a week or two away from now. Because, man, this year flew crazy.
Yeah, dude. 2024 is over. By the time this episode comes out, 2024 will be over.
That's right. That's right. By the time you see this, it'll be 2025. So
Yeah.
this year, really, I'll be putting out a new solo album, new album on the way. I'm working on a group project with YML Nene. We now go by the group name As Ill. So we have 2 projects out, Abstract and Abstract 2. We're working on Abstract 3 right now, which should be out in May. We got the album release party already set up for that in mid-May, May 17th, I believe. I've got a album with my original group, Highest Low, coming out sometime next year, hopefully. Like I said, I don't have any control over when that particular project comes out, but it's done, it's mixed, it's mastered, it's ready to go.
Hell yeah, dude. And today, what are you gonna do for us today? You gonna do a couple songs for us?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a couple of songs that I have out right now. The first one I'm gonna do is called The Map. I just put out a video for this recently. Shout out to Urban, the place that allowed me to do the video or shoot the video
Shout
there.
out.
And shout out to Bear Max Visuals who shot the video for this one as well.
Shout out Bear Max.
Other than The Map, I got two other ones I'm going to do afterwards. I've got Streams and Views, a.k.a. Van Gogh. That one has a video coming out soon as well. I'll probably put that out in a couple weeks, maybe about a month from now, closer to when I'm going to be dropping the project. And the last one I'm going to do, I don't have a name for yet, but it'll be on
exclusive stuff.
It's an exclusive. I just recorded it. So hopefully I don't mess up the lyrics on this one, but this will be also on the next project.
I'm excited to hear that, man. Thank you for bringing that exclusivity here to the Kickback. I'm sure that the audience is really going to appreciate that. And let's get you set up, man. Let's get you started. We'll go right into that.
Welcome to the Kickback. I'm your musical guest, Cruz Ocho. This is my song called The Map. Out now. Whose world is this? Whose world is this? Yeah. I sip the Dawn P, pondering the world domination, taking over the net in every local radio station. Stay in rotation, just like the planets in the solar system. I got that universal sound when I flow the rhythms. No restrictions, I don't believe in limitations. Feel a sense of liberation when I reach my destination. Go across the world in different nations. Go into different places where they know what my name is, from the front to the back. Wherever you at, it's like that, yeah. We taking over the map, it's like that, yeah. We taking over the map. It's like that, yeah. We taking over the map, from the front to the back to wherever you at. It's like that, we taking over the map. It's like that, yeah. We taking over the map. It's like that, yeah. From the southwest to the northeast, keep my passport tatted up, travel overseas, gotta make my way. UK and Germany, Japan's in the plans, most certainly. Currency converted, dependent on the land and what they spend. From the dollars to the baht to the peso and yen. Drinking brews with the locals, turning strangers into friends. They come out to the shows when I make my rounds again. I'm on a world tour with Muhammad, my man. Going each and every place with the mic in my hand. I'm a natural born quester, international treasure. When it comes to rockin' shows, nobody does it better. It's the letter C-R-U-Z, number 8, the great. That's okay. We gonna keep that. Yeah. From the front to the back to wherever you at, it's like that. We taking over the map. It's like that. Yeah. We taking over the map. It's like that. Yeah. We taking over the map. From the front to the back to wherever you at, it's like that. Yeah. We taking over the map. It's like that. Yeah. We taking over the map. It's like that. Yeah. We take them all around the world with it. We take them all around the world with it. Yeah. We take them all around the world with it. Yeah. My name is Cruz Ocho. That was The Map. The video is out now, so go to YouTube, type in Cruz Ocho, The Map, and run these views up for me, please. This next one I'm gonna get into, I have a video coming out for very soon. This one is called Streams and Views, Van Gogh. Let's go. Let the intro breathe a little bit. The horns are sounding lovely right now. Yeah. Undeniable force, off this rhyming, of course. If I dropped the 99, would have got a 5 in the source. But it's a different time, I'm still getting mine. Shine through these lines like the sunlight through window blinds. Work until the curtain falls and take a bow for the curtain call. Collect my flowers when I heard applause. Every bar was really worth the cause. I work hard and I deserve it all. See, my name ain't synonymous with fame and the glamour, but honestly the fame didn't matter. witness the scatterbrain train of thought, lost in the paint splatter, mixed media collage picture from my main chatter. I wish I could write out all my replies. I wish I knew how to say goodbye. But I've been trying it for like 4 years now, with no signs of slowing down or throwing in this towel. Stick around, I got some work to do. Worth everything to me, what's it worth to you? Create streams and views, and in return I get streams and views. Stick around, I got some work to do. Worth everything to me, what's it worth to you? Create streams and views, and in return I get streams and views. Flows and images, the Van Gogh of lyricist. Making all my best work in my mid-30s. Not trying to see heaven at 37. I wanna stick around for the whole journey. Shine bright as the moon in the starry night. Left ear is still here, but everything is sounding right. This is dedicated hours and thought. Go ahead and take it in. This is audio art. It's the glue that I choose when I'm falling apart. Never been about the charts, only speak from the heart. The beat is the canvas where I lay my views. The streams are the flows that deliver the hues. These are brush strokes and lush quotes, adding subtle detail to the big picture. I always handle it with care, even if I don't make it out a penny richer. I got some work to do, worth everything to me, what's it worth to you? Create streams and views, and in return I get streams and views. Stick around, I got some work to do, worth everything to me, what's it worth to you? Create streams and views, and in return I get streams and views. It's the Van Gogh of lyricists. Yeah. Shine bright as the moon in the starry night. Shine bright as the moon in the starry night. Yeah. Van Gogh. That's streams and views, Van Gogh. Video will be out soon. Shot by my guy Jay Bailey. Shout out to the whole OCF. Yeah. So yeah, this last one, this is unreleased, so no one's heard this. Even by the time this comes out, it will likely not be out yet, but this will be on my next solo project that I'm working on, produced by Joe Tice. This one doesn't have a name yet, so we're just gonna call it Change. Let's go. Came this far, we ain't turning back, nah. Only move ahead, what you looking back for? It is what it was, it'll be what it becomes. You ain't guaranteed tomorrow. No time that you can steal or you can borrow. Gotta do it now. Hope my grandfather's looking down from the clouds, feeling proud, reminiscing, wishing you were still around. Just know I'm working hard on my job for my fam, making art from my heart to my fans. And I really give it all that I can. So watch over me as I move according to plan. Gotta take it further than I ever been. I caught my second wind, a boost of adrenaline. Now it's time to get it in. Let's begin guiding this pen to translate what I'm finding within. Let my thoughts spill through the ink. Think about where I've been and where I wanna be. In a league of my own, either love it or just leave it alone. Tunnel vision with precision when I'm deep in the zone. And yo, old friends singing I changed, but since when has the goal been staying the same? Y'all don't wanna see me grow from the places we came. I think that jealousy is gross, you and I ain't the same. Really though, I wish the best for you. I wish for success and really nothing less for you. Sorry if my winnings only cause stress for you, but if you ain't rooting for me, then there's nothing left for you. You can go your way, I'ma go mine. Throwing shade, leaving stains on your own shine. I'm making plays on my way to the goal line. Number 8, gunning for the top with the whole 9. I said it's number 8, gunning for the top with the whole 9. Number 8, gunning for the top, what? Hey yo, came this far, we ain't turning back, nah. Only move ahead, what you looking back for? It is what it was, it'll be what it becomes. Only change in death, the certain where we come from. Only change in death, the certain where we come from. Change in death, only change in depth is certain where we come from. Yeah. So that's a work in progress. That's change. We'll call it change for now. I'm still debating on the name, but yeah, that'll be on the next project from myself and Joe Tice, who's handling the production. And hope you like what you heard tonight, and get in contact with me. Follow me at Cruz Ocho 8, and that's it. Thank you to the Kickback for having me.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
That's right. Another episode down the drain. Down the drain, where everything else goes too. That was a good episode.
It's a great episode.
It was illuminating. I knew Brady Evans was funny. I didn't know he was a raconteur. We learned something
Brady.
today. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that movie, by the way. Fucking long legs, artsy bullshit. Don't come at me with no artsy bullshit, because I'm going to come at you
with
pissed.
real life.
Angry. Yeah. Angry bullshit. Cruz Ocho, man, he's got a good flow. I was excited to hear some of his stuff.
We always have fun with that, though.
Yeah.
What a strong start to the year.
Yeah, what a great start to the year.
With
plenty more to come.
Brady Evans, currently the leader in the house, in the clubhouse for the Kickback
award.
Awards.
Yeah. Kickback Awards. Brady Evans is definitely
he's the leader.
He's the leader right now. Yep.
So
well, Danny Lockheed's episode also came out on the 4th.
Yeah, Brady is still the leader in the club.
And Brady's still the leader of the club. We love you, Danny Lockheed.
Yeah, Danny.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that was successful, you guys. Hell yeah.
Right.
Good
Always.
stuff. Let's go.